Tight end A.J. Barner's with us. How are you, man?
Doing good.
Hey, have you had a chance to go back and look at the tape yet, or is that still to be done?
Yeah, I watched it. Probably not as in-depth as what we will today. But, yeah, I was able to watch it by myself.
Well, what was your takeaway as a fan sitting at home watching it? That was an odd game. I mean, that did not start out well, and you weren't feeling good about things. And then, what's your takeaway from that game?
Yeah, no, I was able to watch the offensive plays, and yeah, it was a crazy game. A lot of, mistakes that we made and mistakes that were made by their team as well. I thought our defense played really well. Definitely got to clean some things up on special teams, as well as on offense. But at the end of the day, a win's a win, and they're hard to come by in this league. So yeah.
Yeah, AJ, you guys, over the last few weeks have had a lot of adversity. And then you start off on the road, and it was kind of a tough start there. It seems like a pretty gritty team that you guys are kind of coming together in that way, that you sort of just, kind of pass over all of the bad things and just get to the good. It seems like it's a pretty tough team.
Yeah. No, I think that's the type of culture that Mike wants to build here, and that's kind of the trajectory that we've been on all season. And I think we're really, like you said, starting to come together at this point. A huge game this weekend to really find out more about ourselves. But, yeah, I think we're on a good roll here and just need to, come out faster to start the game because, in this league, if we do that again, we're going to get beat.
Hey, what was the tension like out there? Obviously, Geno used to play there. He was drafted by the Jets. Leonard Williams played there. DJ Reed on the other side used to be a Seahawks. Saw him talking smack to Charles Cross on the ground. It seemed like there was a little bit more heat. And then, obviously, I think you got flagged for chirping or whatever. What was that all about?
Yeah, I mean, really just part of the game. And yeah, they were. Their season's on the line there. They really, needed that game just as much as we did. So I think, tempers were flaring a little bit. I'm honestly not sure why I got that penalty, but I'll just leave that at that. Yeah, I mean, that's just part of the game, and that's the type of game that we need to be ready to play and play moving forward, that type of mentality where it's like, yeah, like, if you want to be on that, we'll do the same thing.
I will say your face on the broadcast, you did have that. Are you talking to me? Am I in trouble?
Yeah.
Look, that's the look you gave to the official.
Yeah. Oh, well, though, I'll learn from it and just be better next time.
Well,
that's all you can do.
Yeah, exactly. Do you feel like now, AJ, that you're not a rookie anymore? I mean, you played a lot and were far enough into the season that it's like, I don't know if you're still getting hazed or whatever, but it just seems like at this point, man, you're pretty much a veteran, right?
Yeah, it's funny you said that because sometimes it does. And then you have, like you said, the vets making you do different rookie things, like maybe having to decorate the room for holidays is what I'm supposed to do. Or we had, like, rookie readiness meeting today, and it's like, the coaches are telling me that I can't be making these rookie mistakes. But at the same time, I get all these rookie duties I have to do. So it goes both ways. And I think the whole season in itself, like any season, is just a learning curve, and especially as a rookie. So, but I am getting more comfortable and feeling, confident out there and feeling like I can hang with whoever.
So, AJ, you're having to decorate the room. Did you do that? And if so, what did you go with?
I haven't done it yet, but I'm supposed to do it tomorrow on our off day. So, if the guys have been on me about it, it seems like a big point of emphasis. I'll get it taken care of. But I'm going to do just Christmas decorations.
There you go.
They're going to be all Michigan helmets and things like that.
That's what you should.
Shoot, after this weekend, they should be.
Well, we definitely got to ask you about how that game ended. We'll ask you in a moment. But just as far as this team, I mean, 3 wins in a row. Yeah, there's certainly things you can look at on tape and go, well, we got to do this better, that better. But ultimately, just the level of confidence. What is it like now versus where this team may have been prior to this winning streak?
Yeah, I think, we went into that bye week not feeling too good about ourselves, and especially that skid that we went on after the hot start to the season. But like you mentioned, I mean, we're in a good place now, but I feel like, people are saying, like, we got control of the division, whatever. Like, none of that matters until the end of the season. So there's plenty of games left. Whatever, we got 5 games left, whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of time left, and we just need to continue to take it week by week. And like a lot of the guys are saying, and Coach Mike has said, like every game moving forward is a playoff game. So I just need to keep that attitude and keep it going.
Hey, AJ, I think my rookie year, when I started to feel like a veteran, was when I wasn't so much worried about what we're doing, but what other teams are doing, like going into the week. Is that kind of the case for you, that like you pretty much got our stuff down and now you're looking more at like your opponents?
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that, schematically with the offense that we run, I do feel comfortable about the terminology and whatever the plays that we have. But that is a challenge to learn every week. You definitely do need to do your due diligence and make sure that you're on top of the game plan. But like you said, like I can still continue to take steps in my preparation when it comes to preparing for another opponent, just because it really does give you a leg up, just to be able to see things on film throughout the week and then see it in the game, and it can help you specifically in the pass game, honestly, and then the run game too, just knowing like what type of defenders you're going up against, how they like to fit the run. And I think too on the sidelines, like we have those iPads now as well, so you're able to look at pictures like from the game, which can be helpful, and you can help use to your advantage just because you're actually seeing like how they were playing stuff throughout the game.
What's your level of comfort with? It seems like Geno's become more comfortable throwing you the ball. I know you're in there blocking a lot, but you look at your first 2 games, you weren't targeted. You had like 3 games in a row where you had 1 target per game, and then you go to the Rams game, you were targeted 7 times, then 4 times against the Niners, and 4 times against the Cardinals. It seems like there's a comfort level developing between you two guys.
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to do my job whenever the ball is thrown to me and make a play with it. I think the past couple of weeks I had some opportunities I left out there on the table. And I think the biggest thing with that is just giving Geno every reason to give me an opportunity and to throw me the ball, because, as a rookie player, like that is a trust thing. And I definitely have made a few mistakes and whatnot, and I think the biggest thing with Geno too is that we do have a good relationship, and he's been very supportive of me and helpful of me, but also pushes me because he knows the type of player that I could be. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Seven's game, love playing with him, and I do think that we have a good chemistry.
He seems like he's kind of got like a defensive player mentality a little bit. You got to appreciate that about a quarterback, right? I mean, he seems like he's pretty fearsome on the field.
For sure. One thing about Geno, I think he's a really hell of a competitor, like especially when you see that 49ers game, like the biggest moments, Geno wants the ball in his hands and wants to facilitate it, and I think that's just because he's been in this league for so long and knows what those moments are about, and I think he kind of said it himself, like he learned just to like have fun in those moments, just take advantage of them.
Hey, just as far as what we're seeing out there, I know you're on the sidelines when they're on the field, but this defense during this winning streak is just a different defense. What is that just a matter, in your opinion, of guys just, hey, it's making sense now? Now it just feels like second nature, or what do you think from your perspective? What's changed?
Really, I'm just over there on the sidelines getting warm on the bench, just watching them tear it up. But Leo's going crazy. Tyrese is playing good ball. Mike's calling it. The defense, I mean, Spoon's just an absolute ball of energy out there. I mean, they're fun to watch. They're playing for each other. I think that's the biggest thing. They're flying to the ball, and it's really starting to click for us, and I think we can do a better job as an offense and special teams unit of making sure that they stay fresh, because I do think, they bailed us out because they were on the field a lot to start that game.
Yeah, I don't think those are 2 guys you just mentioned. I don't remember seeing a guy like Leonard Williams who's that fast and can be that dominant. And then same thing with Spoon. Like, how would you describe that guy's game? I mean, he's just, like you said, a ball of energy. I mean, he's always moving. Those 2 guys are they stand out around the league, right, when you're looking at film?
For sure. Leo's just a veteran guy, been doing it in this league for a long time and really starting to play maybe his best football. I'm not sure just because I haven't been here, but, I mean, there's nobody doing it better than him right now. Yeah. And then Spoon, I think just the energy that he brings, like, we always talk about the ball finds energy, and with Spoon, like, there's not a single play on film that he's not going 110%. So kudos to those guys.
All right, we got to ask you about Ohio State, Michigan. I mean, that was. I'm sure you were watching, and then the way the things. I mean, each school's been fined $100,000. You had cops out there with pepper spray and all. I mean, that went to a different level. What's your takeaway? Obviously, the win is huge, but just how that ended, planting the flag, is that going crossing a line? What do you think?
That's the game right there. Like, that is the game. And then with the flag planting, I'm not a fan of that personally. I don't think that has any place there. But at the same time, like, that's Michigan football, and like right now, that's Ohio State football, and it's Michigan's defense and Michigan's front seven, and like you're not going to stop it. Pretty much, like you could have the playmakers out there, but. So, yeah, but I will say I do have a lot of respect for Ohio State, a lot of the players that they've had come out of there, and a ton of respect for that game. But I just love the way that Michigan won that game, the way that their defense played, the way that they ran the ball. And, like, that's kind of the mentality that I've brought to the Seahawks a little bit. And I think that Mike has done as well, like that Michigan culture. That's just the team. And I'm stoked that they won that game.
Well, AJ, that was interesting, and congrats on your alma mater winning there, and more importantly, congrats on the third win in a row for your Seattle Seahawks. Very cool to see.
Yes, sir.
You guys overcoming is a big deal, and we look forward to talking to you again. Always a pleasure. Thanks for taking the time with us, man.
All right, boss. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys.